In her statement, the candidate from Say Yes to the Dress expressed her belief that the outfit could be the one. When you try on your dream wedding dress for the very first time, it is always a momentous occasion, but for one woman, this is not the case. Her mother's insensitive remarks about her body dimmed the excitement of the woman who was about to become a bride. When Carrie Pujadas, a professional cheerleader, made an appearance on an episode of Say Yes to the Dress, she was quite clear about the look that she wanted to create for herself. She went on to say that she was looking for something straightforward and not overly extravagant. On the other hand, her mother Jean accompanied her to the bridal shop and expressed her desire to see her daughter dressed in an outfit that emphasizes her figure. Carrie's wedding dress consultant, Flo, chose a lacy design with a fit and flare cut to complement the antique vibe that she was going for. "Okay, this style is definitely the style," Carrie said as she tried on the dress. "So, this is the style." Carrie was in love with the way the dress fit her, according to Flo, who assisted her in trying it on before she showed it to her members of the family. Carrie remarked as she emerged from the dressing room to demonstrate the look, "I like this one. This could be the one. I like it a lot," as she went out of the room. As she posed in the dress, however, the future bride's mother and sister remained silent. They did not interact with her in any way. As soon as Jean was asked to provide an opinion, she stated that she believed the appearance was plain. She continued by saying that she did not believe that Carrie had a waistline because of the cut of the dress. The next thing that Jean did was put her palm on her daughter's stomach and tell her that the dress did not make her stomach look flat. On the day in question, Carrie proposed that she could wear a corset, however, her mother was not enthusiastic about the notion. Jean's reaction to the garment was so unexpected that Lori, the proprietor of the bridal shop, couldn't believe it. "I don't like it. It doesn't hide her stomach. I am flabbergasted," she stated in response. Carrie, who had stated that she desired for her mother to adore her wedding dress in the same way as she cherished her sister's, made the decision to decline the requested style. Users on YouTube used the opportunity to give their perspectives on the encounter within the comments section of the video. "I can't believe that mother would say something like that to her daughter to degrade her body in such a way. Her daughter is really stunning," said one of the viewers. "It's incredible that such a terrible woman could have produced such a beautiful girl. Her figure is flawless. Do you know what's wrong with her?" asked a different individual. An additional contributor made the observation that the mother in question is not just possessive of her daughter, but also abusive. "With that first dress, this mama was a prime example of projecting your own insecurities onto your daughter. Woof," according to another individual on YouTube. Wedding days are meant to be a time of celebration, joy, and the coming together of family and friends to witness the love between two people. For many brides, however, the planning process can be a mixture of excitement and stress, as they deal with an overwhelming number of decisions, from choosing the venue to picking the flowers and, of course, finding the perfect dress. The wedding dress in particular carries a heavy emotional weight. It's not just a piece of fabric. For many women, it represents a dream, a fantasy, and an idealized vision of beauty and grace. However, what happens when that dream is shattered, not by a harsh dress fitting or an unfortunate design flaw, but by someone who is supposed to be supportive like a mother? The toxic impact of such moments can have far-reaching consequences, and what might have started as an innocent opinion can quickly spiral into something much more damaging. In recent years, incidents like these have gained attention on social media, where viral stories expose the ugly reality of body shaming, particularly in the context of major life events like weddings. One such incident, which has sparked both outrage and a wide range of emotional responses, involves a mother who openly criticized her daughter's wedding dress because of the perceived imperfection of her stomach. This incident, captured and shared online, left many questioning the deeper issues at play, including jealousy, insecurity, and the damaging effect of beauty standards on family dynamics. This essay delves into the complexities of the situation, exploring the emotional toll it took on the bride, the potential psychological motivations behind the mother's actions, and the broader cultural context of body image issues. Through this analysis, we aim to better understand why such incidents continue to happen and how they reveal underlying social dynamics that are far more pervasive than we often realize. The setting of the incident. A mother-daughter moment gone wrong. Imagine the scene. A young woman eagerly awaiting her wedding day stands in front of a full-length mirror, nervously adjusting the wedding gown she has dreamed about for years. The fabric glides over her body as she twists and turns to get a better look at herself, her heart pounding with anticipation. The dress fits her perfectly, highlighting her curves, and for the first time, she feels like the woman she's always imagined herself to be. Her mother stands beside her, the one person she's relied on for support throughout her life. However, the moment of joy quickly takes a sharp turn. Instead of the words of encouragement and admiration the bride expects, her mother says something that stuns her to the core. "Your stomach doesn't look flat enough in that dress. Maybe we should look for something else." The words hang in the air, cutting through the joy like a knife. The bride's excitement evaporates instantly. What was meant to be a moment of triumph, a celebration of her love and the beginning of a new chapter in her life, is instead marred by a harsh critique that targets her body. The mother, perhaps without realizing the full weight of her words, has cast a shadow over the bride's most cherished moment. As the mother's opinion echoes in the room, the daughter feels a flood of emotions: hurt, anger, embarrassment, and a sense of betrayal. How could the person who gave her life and raised her, someone who should be her strongest ally, be the one to tear her down in such a vulnerable moment? The impact of body shaming on the bride. Body shaming is a deeply harmful practice that, unfortunately, is far too common in today's society. Women in particular are subjected to immense pressure to conform to an often unrealistic standard of beauty that equates thinness with attractiveness. The wedding industry itself perpetuates these ideals, where the perfect bride is often depicted as tall, slim, and flawless. This unrealistic portrayal of beauty can create immense stress for brides-to-be, who may feel they need to live up to these standards in order to feel worthy of their big day. In the case of the mother and daughter, the comment about the bride's stomach not being flat enough is a painful reminder of how deeply ingrained these beauty standards are, even within families. The bride, already feeling the pressure to look her best on her wedding day, is now forced to confront the idea that her body is not good enough, even in the eyes of her own mother. For the bride, the hurt caused by this comment may go beyond the dress itself. It may tap into years of past insecurities and self-doubt, especially if body image issues have been a long-standing struggle. The feeling of not measuring up to societal expectations can trigger a deep sense of inadequacy, leading to an erosion of self-esteem. This is particularly damaging at a time when the bride should be feeling confident, radiant, and loved. The mother's criticism, instead of being an attempt to help, may contribute to a growing sense of shame, making the bride feel as though her worth is tied to her appearance rather than the love and joy she shares with her partner. The emotional fallout from this incident is not just about the wedding dress. It's about a lifetime of societal conditioning, self-doubt, and the damaging effects of negative comments on body image. It's about the pain of feeling judged by someone who should be lifting you up, not tearing you down. The role of jealousy and insecurity. While the mother's comment might seem cruel on the surface, it's important to consider the underlying psychological motivations that could be at play. Jealousy and insecurity are powerful emotions that can sometimes lead individuals to lash out, even at those they love. The mother, perhaps feeling her own struggles with body image or aging, may have projected her own insecurities onto her daughter, criticizing her appearance as a way to deflect from her own feelings of inadequacy. This type of projection is not uncommon in family dynamics, especially when one person's success or happiness threatens the status quo. If the mother is struggling with her own self-esteem, she may subconsciously feel threatened by her daughter's beauty, youth, or confidence. The wedding day, a milestone that often brings intense emotional pressure, could exacerbate these feelings, causing the mother to react out of jealousy or envy. Moreover, there's the possibility that the mother, in her own way, is trying to protect her daughter from potential criticism or judgment. She may have internalized the belief that in order to be worthy of a wedding dress, the bride must meet certain beauty standards. In this case, the mother may believe she's helping her daughter by pointing out perceived flaws, not realizing that her words are doing more harm than good. This dynamic reveals how complicated relationships between mothers and daughters can be. The expectation that mothers should always be nurturing, supportive, and selfless can create a sense of pressure for them to project a certain image of perfection. When they fall short of that expectation, perhaps due to their own emotional struggles, they may lash out in ways that hurt those closest to them. The broader context of beauty standards and social pressure, the issue of body shaming, particularly in the context of weddings, is not isolated to one family or one incident. It is part of a larger, more pervasive cultural problem that has affected women for generations. The media, advertising, and even the fashion industry have long promoted narrow ideals of beauty that exclude a wide range of body types, making many women feel as though they don't measure up. In the case of wedding dresses, the industry itself has long catered to a very specific body type. Designers and boutiques often carry sizes that are limited in range, making it difficult for brides of all shapes and sizes to find a dress that fits them comfortably and makes them feel beautiful. This creates an environment where brides who don't conform to the industry's idealized image of the perfect bride may feel like outsiders, further intensifying feelings of insecurity and shame. Social media has only intensified these pressures, with influencers and celebrities showcasing what is often a highly curated and edited version of reality. The proliferation of Instagram-perfect images of weddings, dresses, and beauty has created a standard that many feel compelled to meet, regardless of the toll it may take on their mental health. Brides are not just worried about their own appearance, they are also worried about how they will be perceived by others, especially their families. In this context, the mother's comment becomes more than just a critique of her daughter's appearance. It becomes a reflection of the larger societal forces that shape how women view themselves and how they are viewed by others. This pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards is not just damaging to the bride, it's damaging to everyone who is affected by it, including the mother who feels compelled to make critical remarks. Reclaiming joy and redefining beauty. In the end, the situation with the mother and daughter highlights the deep emotional and psychological challenges that many brides face when preparing for their weddings. While the mother's criticism may have been rooted in her own insecurities, it is important to recognize the lasting impact that such comments can have on a bride's self-esteem and body image. Body shaming, whether intentional or not, can have profound consequences on a woman's mental health, particularly when it comes from someone she loves and trusts. The wedding day should be a celebration of love, happiness, and new beginnings, not a time to be reminded of societal expectations or the limitations of a narrow ideal of beauty. For the bride, reclaiming her joy and confidence involves rejecting these harmful standards and embracing her own unique beauty, regardless of her size, shape, or appearance. It's about recognizing that her worth is not defined by how flat her stomach is or how well her body fits into the mold of what others deem perfect. For the mother, this incident may serve as a wake-up call,